In an exciting move for global mental health awareness, the Mental Health Television Network and the World Health Innovation Summit have joined forces. And here to explain this exciting partnership and what it means for mental health access and innovation is WHIS founder and CEO Gareth Presch. So great to see you again, Gareth.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Patricia, to be with you. I'm joining from a wet and windy Cumbria here in the UK, so really great to see you again.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you here to sunny Florida at some point. So tell us, for our viewers who are just learning about it, tell us about the World Health Innovation Summit, what it is and what its core mission is.
Yeah, so we have a very simple mission. I think everyone who's listening in and tuning in will want to understand how do you manage your own health and well-being. And our vision and mission is to give people the tools to manage their own health and well-being. And our vision is very simple. We just want to deliver health for all. That's our aspiration as a company. We're a community interest company.
Yeah, it's so important. And we saw with the pandemic the health disparities that were highlighted. So, how does WHIS aim to tackle these issues, especially those concerning mental health?
So I mean, we started off as a platform to give people the tools to manage their own health and well-being. We started with an event, and then what we do is we spread out through activities in the community. So, for example, we have children's programs which tackle and address these disparities in our community. So, mental health being a key one. That's where we focus on giving children the tools to manage their own health and well-being. So we start at the early age, and we build that up to with seniors, for example, giving people the tools to manage their own health and well-being in the home. The health system has been under such pressure. You mentioned the pandemic, and now we have, massive pressure on our health service. 7 million people in the UK are looking and waiting for elective surgery. Globally, 28 million. All of this has a knock-on effect on our health and well-being, particularly our mental health. So we want to address that by giving people the tools to manage their own health and well-being.
Yeah, I mean, especially with mental health, it affects, people of all ages, including children. How do you see this collaboration between MHTN and WHIS working to achieve these objectives?
Well, for me, I think this is pioneering. Like I've been in the health system for 25 years, Patricia. To be able to work with you as a media professional, to be able to communicate, to be able to bridge, if you look at the opportunities that we have, being able to work with Disney or Netflix to communicate public health messages, that's where we need to be. We need to be able to forge these new ways of working because the reality is for anyone who's listening in, will understand that the system unfortunately doesn't have the capacity to serve people or their mental health needs. So we need to come up with new models, new ways of working. And I think what we're doing here today and this partnership, that's the first step. And then this will bridge and open up new opportunities. So I think it's a massive opportunity, and it's so important that we change the way we work at the moment, particularly in the health sector, and then being able to build trusted resources for people so that they have information that's appropriate, so they can make informed decisions. That's critical.
Yeah, speaking of information, mental health education is crucial. So, how will this partnership leverage MHTN's platform to empower and educate individuals on mental health matters?
Well, I think that's where we can come in and we can facilitate the network into the professional world as well. But you guys are doing it. I mean, this you have a fabulous platform, being able to reach and collaborate together. As I mentioned, giving people the tools to manage their own health and well-being, having a resource like Mental Health TV for people to tune in, for people to understand that they have, shall we say, that source of knowledge that they can trust, and that community that can be built where they can seek peer support. This is vital for people who are suffering from mental health. And I think also awareness is key. That's one of the key drivers here, being able to bring this topic to the forefront of people's agenda. And then we can admit that there is a problem, and then we can solve it together.
Mm. Yeah, speaking of solving it together, innovation is at the heart of WHIS. Are there any specific innovative, projects or initiatives that you're looking forward to exploring with MHTN?
As I mentioned, the opportunity to work with the media is fantastic, because to be able to get public health messaging across on this scale, I mean, is a massive opportunity. People need to understand that, there's over 900 million people around the world who are suffering from mental health challenges at the moment, and people may not be aware, but there's 3.5 billion people who don't have access to healthcare. I mean, these are massive challenges that we face, but they're also huge opportunities. I think bridging different sectors will come up with new ideas. If you look at what worked well in the pandemic, for example, the health service going out into the community for the vaccine program, that worked very well. Now, let's not retrench. Let's bring information out to the community. And I think Mental Health TV Network can do that. And I think that's what's pioneering here. I'm also really excited to see how this partnership evolves. New ideas will come out. People will come up with new concepts. I mean, this is really an opportunity that I see flourishing.
Yeah. And for our viewers who are probably listening to this and so inspired by WHIS's mission and this partnership, how can they get involved? What can they do to contribute?
Well, I think firstly, just log on to our website, www.whis.world, use the hashtag WHIS. They'll find out all the information. You can reach out to me, contact, get involved, Mental Health TV Network, contribute. I think this is also about leadership. I think we all have to step up to the plate here and contribute in a meaningful way. We need to look to the future. We have to have a positive outlook as well, as much as possible. I know we're facing significant challenges, but I'm hoping that we can break down some barriers and build new bridges.
Yeah, all right. We have 30 seconds. So, mental health has been called the defining health issue of our time. What gives you hope that we can and will make a difference?
Well, what gives me hope is I look to my two little girls, and they give me immense hope. And when I speak to them about the future, they're very keen. They're interested in the environment, climate change, and how do we take action. And also, they're very mindful of making a difference in the world. So, one of my daughters is always talking about how do we help people, whether it's financially or just by being kind. So I think that's what that really gives me hope for the future, because the next generation will ensure that we get there.
Yeah, it takes each and every one of us.